Hey guys, it's Sam and I'm back with another video for lawnfawn. In today's card, I used Virtual Friends, You're Just My Type, Bubbles of Joy, and Party Animal, as well as the Magic Picture Changer die and the Magic Picture Changer add-on and Woodgrain Backdrops and probably other things that I can't think of right now. So of course I am starting by stamping the images. And I am stamping the images I'm going to die cut on one paper, and I have two other pieces of paper cut out for the Magic Picture Changer parts. And as you can tell, I had trouble stamping. I think it happened with like 3 or 4 images. I was like, what is happening? I promise I've stamped images before, but it just wasn't in the cards today. I had to do it a few times. This smaller piece of paper is going to be the surprise you see when the, Magic Picture Changer changes. And this bigger one is the part that will be when it's closed. So it's the loading screen. Oh, okay. So, now we're going to color. I am using my Zig Clear Color Real Brush markers. And as always, I spritz a little bit of water to the side of where I'm coloring. And I'm using an empty water brush. And for my mice, I just use a light brown marker, pull out the color with a damp water brush. While it's still wet, I go over it with a dark brown marker, and then the light brown, the medium marker, and then the lightest brown to pull it out, just to add a little bit of shading. For my balloons, same thing, but because the space is a little bit larger, I am able to use circular motions with my coloring. So I'm just like tiny circles. That's how I color with the Zig markers because it kind of blends it more each time. So that's that. I did 3 different shades of pinks or reds for the balloons, and then I'm going to color each of the party hats in rainbow because I love rainbow. I was trying to think of a good reason. I love rainbows, and that is why. There will also be something else colored in rainbow coming up, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. And then I thought, what color shall I do the desk? I could do brown, but I already had brown for the mice. And I could do gray, but I was planning on doing gray, as you'll see, for the background of my card. So I went with teal because I love teal. And I really thought it was a good contrast to the bright red balloons. I used a dark teal and a light blue to blend it out. Easy coloring. Now I'm just coloring the parts that will be die cut with the Magic Changer Picture dies. I am coloring the mouse the same way, and I couldn't do a rainbow hat because, it's just one little party hat, one little triangle. So I went red or pink because I thought that would, mimic the balloons. And instead of making the computer itself a pop of color, I kept it neutral and went with a light gray. Since I did do teal for the desk, I thought that it would work out. And I went bold with yellow in the background. Again, I was like, oh, maybe I'll do like a soft blue in the background, but nope, I went yellow. I did do blue in the background for the loading screen and tried to color it the same way as I did the other computer image as far as the frame. And then, hello rainbow. I love it. I did pinks and reds and, all the colors of the rainbow. Just little lines. Absolutely no shading, no white highlights, nothing, just a nod to rainbow. Because if I have to have a loading screen before a birthday party, I want it to be rainbow. And then I realized, I need a mask. So I'm just stamping it on a Post-it note and fussy cutting it out. And I left this part in to show you that I just keep my scissors in the same position and I move the paper to cut around it. And easy peasy, especially that shape was so easy. And I put my mask down. This is where it gets tricky, people, because I wasn't exactly sure. I thought I've stenciled all the time, no big deal. But then I realized these are bricks and they have to be, they can't be crooked. And because it's such a strong pattern like a brick, this part has to match with the part underneath it, and has to match with the base of my card and the overlay from the add-on. I mean, so it was a little bit of luck, a little bit of grumbling, but I did get them to basically line up. Oh, okay, here we are. So I die cut the parts with the Magic Changer picture dies, and I'm just folding over the edges and smoothing it with my bone folder. This is some thick paper because I did watercolor on it, so it's a little bit harder to fold as opposed to regular, white cardstock. But I do like it because it gives it's a little bit sturdier to pull and stuff. And I check to make sure it works about 50,000 times, because every time I added something, I made sure that it worked. Like, add some tape, check. Add some other tape, check. Fold it over, check it. Because I did not want to, lock it down with the tape. As you can see, I'm using my fancy tools to measure my floor. I'm using the Woodgrain Backdrops and walnut stain ink to stamp the hardwood, and then vintage photo and fossilized amber to add color to my hardwood floor. I'm just using the same masking tape and the brick stencil, and guys, this is where it was like, shoot, how do I get it to line up? I wanted the brick to line up. So I pretended to place it where I wanted it to go, and then carefully removed it and did my ink blending. And it wasn't so bad as I had originally thought. I used manatee ink. Did I say that earlier? I used the manatee ink because it's like the softest gray, and I really like how it's a subtle brick and not like a, very bold, heavy brick background. And now I'm just going to put my card together. I taped on the Magic Picture Changer add-on on top. I decided it needed a baseboard. So I just cut a strip of white cardstock and attached it to my picture changer mechanism, as well as behind it. And then I really like how that breaks it up a little bit. And this is what my card will look like when we're done putting it together. And then I add color to the pull indicator with peacock feathers and a little bit of cracked pistachio just to add it a little bit of a greener color. I wanted it to match the teal desk, and I think it looks pretty good. If you know me, you know I use about 14 different kinds of adhesive per card. I use tape and double adhesive and glue just on the mechanism itself alone because I don't want this falling apart. I don't want it falling apart, and I don't want it coming apart when when the recipient goes to use it. So I have foam tape on the back of my mouse on my desk, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was close. I almost glued it down, and then I wouldn't have been able to use the Magic Picture Changer because it would go over that part. I was like, whew, that was a close one, people. I was so worried about not getting it to work after I had put it on my card, and then I almost totally ruined it. Whew, good catch. Okay, then I added the mouse. I like how he looks like he's kind of like laying on the mouse screen, or not the mouse screen, laying on the computer screen. Then I'm just going to attach the pull with my super fancy pointy tool, aka a skewer from a wooden skewer from my kitchen. That is what I'm going to use to add the P, the little P hole, the little P dot. I don't know how to say that without being childish. Anyway, I'm just going to attach it to my card, and I'm done. And it works. I think this is so cute. I love the rainbow hats, how they pop against the gray, and how the loading screen transforms to their good friend and they can celebrate their birthday party. I also attached the sentiment, which was heat embossed, onto a fancy wavy banner. I didn't show it because I had already done it. I had made it before a different project and ended up not using it, so it was already done and made. So it was easy to add it to my card. Thanks again so much for hanging with me. Hopefully you had a laugh, and I will see you again on the Lawn Fawn blog. Bye!